Good morning to you. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone, and take you through the morning. We are seeing some coastal clouds, some showers just off the coast here. Could track on shore, but those will slowly dissipate. But as we go through the day, see all these showers and storms and cloud tops from some of these thunderstorms on the east coast of Florida. We're now looking at an easterly to southeasterly flow. That's typical for this time of the year, and that means with that flow in the atmosphere flowing from the east towards the west, it's going to intersect with a sea breeze coming in from the Gulf of Mexico, and that means we'll see the thunderstorm activity for this afternoon. There's a stationary boundary draped over Florida. North of the stationary front, we're looking at very dry conditions in the atmosphere. South, that's where the clouds are and the moist air, and we're dealing with the dynamics for thunderstorms this afternoon. So scattered storms today, and locally heavy storms could be the case. Okay, here is our water vapor imagery. This shows where the moisture is or lack of in the upper levels of the atmosphere. You can see where the red colors are here. That's where that very dry air is. That is north of the stationary front. To the south of the stationary front, that's where we have the moisture taking place. And you can see the green blobs here. That's the thunderstorms just off the east coast of Florida. But the setup is there for more thunderstorms to take place this afternoon, with the general easterly flow coming off the east coast of Florida towards the west, intersecting with that sea breeze. So when we put our futurecast into motion here, we start to see some pop-up thunderstorms in the afternoon, and some could produce some locally heavy rainfall, maybe some cloud-to-ground lightning strikes, and some gusty winds. Of course, we will be tracking this as this develops this afternoon. In the tropics, there is a tropical wave out there. It's also associated with an upper level of low pressure system. So as this low spins, we're starting to see these thunderstorms get organized. Now, where is this going? Could it track towards Florida? Well, it's coming in a northwesterly direction. However, it does look like it could get picked up here and shipped off to the maybe Carolinas. So that's good news. We may be spared by this. But still, we could get some tropical moisture coming in our direction. So that means by the middle to latter part of this work week, we could see some wet conditions here. Now, we are approaching the peak of hurricane season, which is September 10th. So any of these flare-ups in the Atlantic Ocean or Caribbean that have to do with thunderstorm activity, that means things could become very interesting. So we're going to be watching this very closely, but like I said, we're not at the peak yet, but we are approaching the peak, and things start to tend to become of interest when we have thunderstorms that cluster together out in the Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean. Okay, what's happening is we have this dry air in place through much of the Midwest and the Northeast, so they're seeing lots of sunshine there. Temperatures reflect this as well. Very comfortable conditions. We're going to see a high of 88 in St. Louis, so very summer-like conditions over in Washington, D.C. at 88, 88 in Atlanta, and you know what we're experiencing, temperatures in the lower 90s for today. Our high in Sarasota will be 91 degrees, while in Punta Gorda it will be 92. A little cooler on the coast. We're calling for 89 on Longboat Key. Taking the boat out today, easterly winds 5 to 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet with a light chop. But remember, this afternoon and early this evening, if you're planning for that, say, early night cruise in the Gulf of Mexico, we could see some thunderstorms develop. So look out for that. Our high, once again, 91 degrees. Partly to mostly cloudy skies will be the case in those afternoon storms firing up. And then by tonight, we cool down to the mid to lower 70s. We're calling for a low of 74 degrees, but still some thunderstorms could linger in the evening hours. And the sunset is getting earlier every night now. It's going to set at 7:58 this evening. There's a thunderstorm chance with that tropical wave coming closer to us, with temperatures in the upper 80s for highs, and then we'll have that southeasterly flow aiding to the thunderstorm development every afternoon.